Hello everyone, good evening. Liverpool beat Burnley at Turf Moor 1-0 and once again, last minute Reds. And if I'm honest, I can't take this for a season. I can't take any more of these games. 4 games in a row now, Liverpool have left it late. But again, 3 points in the bag, top of the league, 12 points from 12, back at the top where we belong. And sweat is dripping off our foreheads. But like we said, we're going to go over the game, myself and Naj. Got a lot of questions. I've got a lot to say. By the way, I've got a lot to say in terms of the game itself and tactics and things like that going forward. But 4 wins from 4, Naj. Again, sweated it out a little bit.
I mean, that performance was rubbish.
No filter. It's rubbish. A generous word.
I mean, I can't fault the defence. They didn't really have to do anything. I thought the defence... I mean, actually, yes, I can fault the defence. I can fault Kirkes, but I think he knows that. He went off at half-time. Before half-time, even, because he was beyond... I don't know what he was doing that game, but it was like he never played... It's like he never played football before. And then Van Dijk, Canate, Szoboszlai, Bradley, whoever played on that, whoever played in the other positions was brilliant. Midfield, I thought the midfield should have never, ever should have had McAllister in it today. Like I said that.
We said that all week. We said that all week.
Yeah. He just shouldn't have been playing. And look, he's going to be out now. He'll be out injured now for what happened to him. I mean, can you help that? No, but you can see he's miles off it because he's just not match fit, is he? I know obviously you've got to play matches and stuff to get match fit, but I wouldn't start him, put it that way. I'd have brought him on. Szoboszlai played well. Gravenberch was brilliant today. I can't fault Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. I thought they were great. The attack, I didn't think I'd have been saying this, The attack was appalling today. Like appalling, absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Burnley set up well. They set up a low block. They're going to try and get any points out of us as possible. But the performance today from them players, like Salah, I don't like criticizing Salah because I think people criticize him. Like in our group chat, I was seeing it. I'm not calling anyone out, but I just don't like the criticism of him. Like, but it's warranted sometimes. Today, he's too far wide. He's too far wide. He's not in them positions where he's going to affect the game. I don't know whether that's because Slot's playing in there or whatever. When he did get the ball, he did some all right stuff, but then he did some very uncharacteristic stuff of, of what I don't know what's going on with Salah at the minute. Look, we said it could be what happened with, in the summer with Jota. We don't know that. I'm not making up excuses for him, but we don't know. But
it could affect you. Well, it does affect you, doesn't it? It's human nature to affect you. But yeah, Salah hasn't been great, regardless.
He doesn't score a goal. People go on that he's not really effective. He's got what, 2 goals and an assist in 4 games. Like, still. I mean, he's not the Salah of last season that we've seen. But
no,
I'm okay. Like, a bad Salah is a good Saka.
I think as well, he's had enough good seasons to have a bad season as well. Like, it's understandable, and as long as he's getting the goals and assists at some point, he's winning games, then it's okay. But still, I think it's more. I don't think it's more on Salah, but it's more on Slot keeping him on. Yeah. But then you could say, well, he kept him on and scored the winner and penalty. But I think anyone would probably score a penalty. Penalties are penalties.
Yeah.
I think anyone that's stepping up usually would score the penalty. But I think it's more on Slot than Salah for me personally. If he's not playing well, then Slot needs to bring him off.
Yeah, I agree. Like today, it's almost hard. Like, because I go like with Salah, right? He got his 47 goal contributions last year. Like, how can you take a player off like that? But you got times.
It's a catch-22, isn't it? You bring him off, you don't get a winner, and you're like, well, why are you bringing Salah off? He's a match winner. But then you keep him on, and he's playing shit, and it's like, why are you not bringing him off? He's playing shit. Like, no one's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Everyone deserves to be dropped at some point. Everyone deserves to be brought off. If he's playing crap, he's playing crap.
he does something that other, like, Salah does things that 99.9% of players can't do, and he'll just do something and he'll win the game by it. And like today, obviously it's a penalty. Like everyone could score the penalty, I get that, but like he just does things that are just, you know, like you almost go, fair enough. Like, but I never have done that, you know, and that's just what Salah is, you know. That's just the way he is, and yeah, he's not been 100% this year, but I almost don't like. I don't worry about it because I know he'll be fine. I know.
Yeah. You know, at some point he's going to start playing well. Yeah.
And like the other one for me, I thought Ekitike struggled to get in the game today. I thought he had a really good opportunity to when he put the ball across the box with the step overs. That was pretty decent. He looked very. He kept going out wide, didn't he? Quite a lot today. Ekitike. I know he does that anyway, but he wasn't really like. I think he didn't. Not that he didn't fancy it. I don't know whether it was Slot. I don't know, whatever. But he just same with Wirtz as well. Like, just dropping too deep for me. Like, get right up against that centre back, right up against him, and cause him an issue, cause him to think about. And he just wasn't doing that enough today. Yeah. And then the one, I don't really want to give him a lot of hate because he gets unwarranted hate off Liverpool fans. But today, Gakpo was terrible. Like, he was just so predictable. Like, yes, we know that you've got an absolute rasper of a shot on you and you are a fantastic footballer, but you don't have to do that every single time. You know, there was points in the game where like he'd take Walker out of the game, he'd come in and you're like, you know, he's going to shoot in that right foot. Why don't you just slot it into that position? There was one point where there was Salah, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch was coming into the box and Ekitike was in the box. And he just shot and it got blocked by the defender.
Decision making, isn't it?
I was just like, just pass it into that space because, you know, you could pass it into Wirtz, Salah or Ekitike. You put it into their feet. They're that good. They can turn the player and just score. Like, and I just think like sometimes it's almost like, that decision making, release it. And then today he didn't really go down the line a lot, which annoyed me a lot because Kyle Walker didn't want anyone in behind him. If you noticed, he hated it. He did it once. Gakpo, and he left the ball over, and then McAllister was one who nearly got to it, but he did it once and it worked so well, and he didn't do it again. And then I was just like, and I thought I was with my mates, I was watching it going, Angamo needs to come on here because he's going to take him out on that side. He's going to go down.
Yeah, take him on.
First thing he did, went straight down the side and went that line. That's all because Kyle Walker, as good as he's been in the past, he didn't want anyone to go in behind him because I almost think he knew, like, I'm not going to catch anyone who goes in behind me. I'm all right running up to them and sort of matching them down the side. But if they're going behind me, I'm knackered. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. People saying I'm a live then before this. Do we criticise Slot? I'm going to ask you that question. Do we criticise Slot today?
Slot got it wrong. Slot got it absolutely wrong today. And I mean, from every decision he made. And I said it, me and Ed spoke about it the other night, about how conservative he is, and I can't stand it, if I'm honest. This whole pass. We're overplaying the football. We're overplaying the game, and it is boring. And like today, we were dreadful because of the tactics. And I think we're trying to do too much, and we're trying to, and not letting players just do what they need to do at times. And not only this with Slot, and this is a genuine worry. And it's because again we can't. He got lucky today.
He did.
He got absolutely lucky today because if we didn't win today, it's on Slot. And the fact that I went to 0-0 to the 93rd minute, I'm not even looking at the game. I'm looking at the game as a whole here. And we could say, oh well, we won. Who cares? We've got 3 points. But you're not getting. You know, if you just think like that, you're not getting the point.
Yeah.
Because what it is a warning.
Yeah, it is.
Because we can't play like this every. Also, we've won 4-4 playing like this. But Burnley today is a chance today to really put in a performance and blow a team away. Because, people saying here, you know, Burnley didn't come to play. Well, what are you expecting Burnley to do, really?
Yeah,
they ain't got the players to play against. If they go toe to toe against us, then it's just to be a long day for them.
Yeah,
all they could do is play how they play, to be honest. And really, they should have got the point. They'd have been happy with that. They got a point with 10 men in the end, and that would have been a good result. It's just Hannibal did something stupid at the end and put his hand up. That was the only reason why they didn't get a point. So they played, I think Burnley did the right thing by doing that, because if they went toe-to-toe, I think they opened the game up for us and suit us. Why would they want to suit us? That makes no sense. But Slot has massive, massive questions on his head right now. And rightly so. I'm not saying he's the wrong manager for us. Absolutely not. He's the right manager for us. For me, is the best manager we could have got at the time.
We need to go
absolutely.
We need to go,
but we need to be more. We need to be less conservative. Start really punishing teams more. A bigger tempo, a faster tempo on the ball. We're not doing that. We're seeing little bits, and it was just this is why it's so easy for Burnley. All they do, okay, get past us. They just stood there getting past us. He got the selection wrong. He shouldn't have played McAllister. Szoboszlai should have been middle. Like we've been saying all week, badly at right back. And he got it absolutely wrong not taking Alexander Isak. Absolutely wrong. Oh, but we won in the end. But we had to rely on... And people say, oh, we weren't lucky. It's a 96-minute game because obviously the injury time. It's a long, it's 4 times then. So you're not lucky. We got the goal. No, we weren't lucky to get the goal. We were lucky to get the penalty.
Yeah.
If Hannibal doesn't do that, we draw.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If Hannibal doesn't do that, that's how we look. That's how we look.
Maybe we have another 2 attacks in that time. Maybe. But
we could have got the winner in the end, but that's not the point. We got the look. The look is that, not the penalty. It was a brilliant penalty, by the way, by Salah. Brilliant finish.
Yeah.
But the look is that.
Yeah.
You don't expect defenders to do that, or players on the opposition team to. If you're relying on opposition players doing that every week, then that is not good. It's not good. And Isak would have been perfect for that last 5-10 minutes. Like we said it in the chat, didn't we? I said it. I said, look, it's not about Isak going and playing. He's not going to play 60 minutes, this and that. Yeah. He's going in there in case the worst case scenario happens where we need a goal in the 5-10 minutes. He's fit enough to play 5-10 minutes. If he's not fit enough to play 5-10 minutes of football, he's not an athlete. He's not a footballer.
It'd be. Do you know what? In that game, it was that.
It needed him.
Burnley were that compact. It'd have been fine. He could have walked around that pitch.
It needed him.
He doesn't
absolutely need him.
He doesn't need to run, does he? He just needs to stand.
No. And that was a big mistake. And I'll tell you one thing. If Hannibal didn't do that, Arne Slot will have big questions right now regarding Isak. Regarding Isak. Was it really worth the risk not taking Isak for that? Just in case he needed him that 5-10 minutes. Because he played 25 minutes in midweek. It's not like he hadn't played at all. He played 25 minutes and he looked sharp.
Yeah.
And if, I think Kosovo might have been a more high-tempo game than what he had today.
Yeah. I mean, Kosovo won at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, so it was a trickier game than what we had today in terms of Bellingham just set up. He wouldn't have had to do much. He just camp that box and be a lethal finisher.
Yeah, and that's what he is.
And that's what all he had to do. So not taking Isak was a huge mistake. And Arne Slot rode his luck massively. And he's continued to ride his luck because that's 4 games down in a row. We've relied on individual brilliance and a moment of brilliance at the end.
You know what?
Is it sustainable? It's not really sustainable, but if 3 points is 3 points, I know, but you got to look at the bigger picture here. And
you know what?
Need to work on it a little bit.
I'd say that can't happen against Everton.
No.
That cannot happen against Everton. I think Everton because Everton have got Grealish now and stuff like that, but they're a bit more expansive. And this is one thing I was going to touch on. I said I've been saying this for Liverpool against low blocks for a while. Surrender possession, right? We had all that possession, but if you look at the heat map of the game, it's in just the middle of the pitch or on the wings, and then that's it. Like around the box, like almost if you cut an apple in half or something, and it just was like that. That's the shape of it. Like Liverpool, the whole possession was like that. Almost give them a false sense of, we can maybe get it. We can get up here, like we can, surrender possession a little bit. Like it sounds daft in saying that, but like Klopp used to do that, surrender possession, so then we can catch them and go bang, let's get them now. And it blows teams away. There's nothing more annoying for a team than we're going to bring all up. We've defended for, let's say, for example, Arsenal was a perfect example of it, actually. I know we scored a free kick. It was a set piece, obviously. Second win we've got off a set piece, by the way. We're new Arsenal now. But what we did in that second half against Arsenal was exactly what we should have done against Burnley. Let them sort of go, like we can get into this a little bit more now. We can we can attack these a bit better. And then as soon as we get the ball, the turnover possession, bang, get forward as quick as possible, because it hurts teams. No one wants to run up the pitch and then run back chasing it. Nobody wants to do that. So play. I don't know. I'm not criticising Slot. He won us the league in our first season.
But you can criticise Slot. No, you can't.
I can criticise.
You're not against Slot, but you just.
No, I'm not
it's
against
valid criticism. Yeah, it's valid criticism.
I just. If I was going to give a match rating for Slot, I'd probably give him a 5. Like, I thought it was terrible.
That's kind for me.
I'd give it a 5 because
about that winner, it's a 2-3.
Oh, it's a 2 or 3, yeah. But I mean, I'd probably give him a 5 because I thought he did bring Engamola on, but he needed to bring him on 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
He did bring on. I mean, for me, do you think Ekitike should have stayed on?
No, yes and no, because we ain't really. If he's that were there, then no. But I thought Gakpo did. I think Gakpo was frustrating, but I thought he was the best of the 3 up front. And he was. And that was saying something.
He was, yeah.
Because we haven't really got a striker on the bench. We've got Chiesa that went up front, and we've got Engamola that plays on wing. Chiesa's mainly a winger. So I don't think he just dared take Salah off. So he had no choice but to bring Ekitike and Gakpo off. Does that make sense? I think he had to bring Engamola and Chiesa on. He had to bring those 2 on. But I just don't think he dared take Salah off.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ekitike is the one that has to go off, and same with Gakpo.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Gakpo was the bet. I mean, that is saying something like today. It was appalling from all 4 of them attackers, if you like. I'm going to ask you, Wirtz, like, people, I'm not worried about him, by the way. I don't care. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. But today, again, he needs to. I don't know. Do you know what? It's obviously in retrospect, isn't it? But like, he did a really good Florian Wirtz-esque thing on the edge of the box. When he turned 2, he flicked it back around again, and he played that ball back post to Ekitike because it was a pass. When he looked up, you see him look up to pass it to him. I always think a Florian Wirtz with more confidence there, he hits that and he goes in. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always think he just goes like, yeah, I'm shooting it. Like, I mean, it would have been a brilliant assist, don't get me wrong. And he did have like quite a good moment where he did have a good shot. Again, where he did the 2 turns again, and he turned him and he had the shot into the bottom corner. But I feel like a confident Florian Wirtz would score them.
I'm just wondering, I was going to ask you then, do you think it's a not confident Florian Wirtz, or do you think it's more tactics as well?
I think it's a mixture of the both. I don't think Florian Wirtz is that bothered. Do you know what I mean? Bothered. He doesn't look like, you can go on Twitter now, 004, all these, idiots saying all this. And then, like, you could just, you just watch the next game, he's just like, he's not arsed, you know what I mean? He's just like, yeah, whatever. It's just like. And
do you think by Leverkusen, do you think he knew he had to do something?
Yeah.
So he took more responsibility on himself. But Liverpool's like, I don't have to do something here.
Do you know what, for me, I feel at the minute, he's too in the game. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, he's too much in it. Like,
yeah. So, yeah.
Like, like, there's like moments where I'm just like, you don't need to make that run there. Just sit a little bit.
Rather than playing smartly.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Florian Wirtz is known for how athletic he is in and around that box and then runs. But you're playing with Liverpool now, not Leverkusen. Like, Leverkusen are a good team, but you're playing with Liverpool. They're some of the best players in the world play at Liverpool now. You don't need to do as much. You just need to sort of like, all right, Gravenberch picked it up at the edge of the box there. What I'll do is I'll sort of just get myself into a position where I can affect the game rather than me, I'll go pass the ball, he's like this all the time, isn't he? Like, come on, pass, like, it's great. It's great, don't be wrong. That's exactly what we do want as well, but not every single time. Because I feel like, an example of when Wirtz could get the ball in a really good position. Say if Gravenberch in that game, he kept pushing up really well. Gravenberch, by the way, man of the match, Gravenberch for me.
By far.
Yeah. And Gravenberch, was breaking the lines really well, actually. He was breaking the lines really, really well. But when you looked up, Florian Wirtz was not like occupying one of them centre backs, or he was like next to him. Do you know what I mean? Rather than being like, sort of have your back to him. And then I know he's not a striker, by the way, but just go into just make a little run into them little positions there, and you've got, it's almost like them little runs would get you a goal. And look, I'm not going to turn around and go, I'm better than Florian Wirtz, and I don't know how Florian Wirtz will play, but I just feel like the tactics at the minute are not
Suiting him.
Yeah. It's just like he doesn't need the ball as much as he needs it. I mean, and this is one of the reasons why we did buy him, because he has a lot of the ball at Leverkusen, but like the point you just said there, like he's
a lot more responsibility
Yeah.
at Leverkusen.
He doesn't have.
He might take a shot on not not trusting teammates. He might think, oh well, Salah's here, so he can take that shot on.
Yeah, well, I think he doesn't need to do that. Like he just sort of, it's almost like play less. You know what I mean? It sounds really crazy saying that.
Yeah.
Don't need to do what you, and it's overplaying, isn't it? I feel like he's not. He will come good, but I think I'm just saying this, like next week.
I'm not worried about him, but he's coming out on the FPL.
Yeah. But he could play Everton and he could get 2 assists and a goal. That's how good he is. Like, I'm talking about a player here who's like one of the best players in the world, and he's 20.
Yeah.
And
it'll Ballon d'Or worthy. Special.
Yeah. He's not. It's nothing to get worried about. It's at the minute. I mean, people obviously going to get like, oh, there's going to be loads of other podcasts like, you're worried about Florian Wirtz, aren't you? He's going to be really bad this season. Yeah, shut up. He's going to be.
Yeah, but that'll be mainly rivals.
Yeah, and it's just
trying it.
And like, I'm not worried about him whatsoever. Like, I just think once it clicks, and we've said this about 50 times on this channel, once it clicks, it's over. It's over. That's all I'm going to say.
And this is the worry here with Burnley and Capit said here. Everton will do the exact same next week, low block and try hits on the counter. And the thing is, the difference between Everton and Burnley is they'll punish it for us, because we were lucky that Burnley were Burnley today. Because the many times Burnley had a counter attack on many times, and each time they fucked up the pass or they didn't know what to do with it. It was like any other team that was half decent team in the Premier League would have punished us today.
Yeah,
counter attacks.
If he had, I know they had Foster, didn't he, play in the first half? But if they'd have gone with like a 2 of like Brozier and Foster, could have been a bit more difficult that for Liverpool today, just because Brozier's a big unit and he throws himself about. I just think it could have been a bit more difficult for Liverpool, but they obviously just wanted to play defence. I'm not going to sit here and say Burnley are wrong for what they did. They're not.
That's exactly. Yeah. They can't. They've got to play. You've got to play what you got. And as a manager, you've got to play with what you've got. You've got to play tactics that will suit that game that day. And if you're gonna, like I said, teams when they come up to the Premier League, they get criticised for continuing to not adjust to their, adjust to their game. They get criticised. Oh, why are you playing like that? You done well like that in Premier League. You're gonna get absolutely battered. But then Burnley play differently against Liverpool today, and they get criticised for it. Why?
Yeah. They played.
They got there. They could have got a win if they did better on the counter attacks. So the tactics worked to a point. They were just unlucky that Hannibal did that.
Yeah, exactly. Look, if they go away today with a point against Liverpool,
massive.
Right, it's massive for them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that they've taken a point off us to them exactly in terms of like, oh, we're stopping a relegation sort of play team around us taking a point off them. Taking a point on top of the league, that's a big statement in yourselves to go, look, we've just taken a point off them. They were unlucky to not take they're unlucky last week as well against United, by the way. So there's 2 pens conceded in the last 2 weeks. It's unfortunate. They're both penalties, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and say they wasn't, but like they're unfortunate, but for me,
if they came today at home to us and opened the game up and went attacking toe to toe and got absolutely battered 5-0, they'd have got absolutely criticised for it.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. Like, look, against United in the week, people have already said to me already, like, oh, but they went and attacked United. Yeah, because you can attack United.
United and Liverpool different.
Yeah, it's like this is not United from 2008, by the way. This is United 2025. The shite. You can go and attack United, and that's why teams do it, obviously. Because, I mean, to be honest, Burnley scored a goal that was not even offside, didn't they? So,
Burnley, should have been a free there. Yeah.
That was away from home, by the way. So, to be honest, like I've made predictions at the start of the season. If Burnley play like that against big teams and teams, if they play like that in, say you're playing like your, I don't know, your Fulhams or your whatever, your stuff like your teams like that. If they play like that against them and then hit them on a good counter, they'll win.
They'll beat them.
They'll win.
Because they won't have like Van Dijk covering and Kanate covering because.
No.
At the end of the day, I thought our defence were very good today. Van Dijk played well. Kanate played well. I think Kanate pretty much shut everything out. that were coming across to him, which fair play to him. But someone said it up there, like, oh, at least we're better defensively wise. I think one thing I think we've got a clean sheet in the last 2 games, mainly, is because the teams that we've been against haven't come at us.
Exactly. Arsenal played exactly the same as Burnley today, but
they've just got better players.
Exactly. That's all Arsenal have got.
I think Arsenal came at us last week. They'd beaten us.
Yeah,
they didn't come at us.
But it's
the reason why Newcastle got 2 and Bournemouth got 2 because they did come at us a little bit, but they both got beat in the end. But Burnley, like I said, even if Burnley came at us, I think it's different today because they ain't got the players to come at us. So I think Scott Parker got the tactics spot on, and he was just unlucky that his substitution decided to put his hand in there. It's just the Man United things, isn't it? That's what Man United players do. Thoughts on Kirkus getting subbed early, right? Call for absolutely. Kirkus was an absolute liability today, and the dive was a joke. There's no need to dive. I don't want any divers on my team. Yellow card, and then he the one time I don't know if he grabbed someone. He grabbed someone from behind, and he could have got a yellow card for that. So he was on literally the finish of tightrope. So he absolutely did the right thing to call it. Even if you want a yellow card, I'd brought him off for playing shit.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. Like I'd have took him off at half time. He was on a yellow card. He was terrible.
We can't allow just shitness like this. If you're not playing well, you're coming off and make it. He didn't kick up a fuss, which is all right, and now he bounces back from this. But he can't be on the pitch being a liability, getting that stupid yellow card. A foul's a foul, but yellow card for diving is stupid. It's a stupid yellow card. And then you're playing for the rest of the game with on the yellow card when Slot himself said, "Look, Kirk is known for. I don't really trust him as much on a yellow card for the rest of the game. It's quite early on that dive. So, do you trust him to not get?" And I said to my dad, I remember my dad watching it together, and I said, he's on a yellow card now. He's playing the rest of the game now with a yellow card for that stupid dive. He could easily get something off in this. So I'm happy Slot brought him off, and I thought Robertson did all right, as well. The first person to get a shot on target, number one.
Robertson was really good when he come on, actually. And this is why I say to people, this is why I'm saying you need Robertson as cover rather than Tsimikas. Put Tsimikas on that pitch. You're not getting what you get off of Robertson. The tactics are a thing, because I'll say something now. Do you notice when Robertson got the ball and he'd like go with it a little bit and then he'd pass it and then Gakpo give it him straight back? Now, if that was Liverpool, the counter-attack Liverpool, that'd be Gakpo's feet, someone in the middle, someone in the front. Why are we going backwards? Why are we going backwards against Burnley? Go forwards at them. That was the most...
Me and Enz spoke about this the other night, on Friday night. Me and Enz spoke about this, and it frustrates the fuck out. And he said, "Thank you for seeing it. Thank you for seeing it." I said, it frustrated me last season when there were times where on counter-attack and we went backwards. I said, it pisses me off. I said, there's times where we could just really hurt teams. Yeah. And we're not playing that pass instead of just turn around. And that's tactics. That is tactics. Yeah. The players didn't do that on the club. Yeah. The same players in the club didn't do that.
Robertson would have just drilled that ball into Gakpo's feet.
Yeah.
Like that. Straight past him. Give me back, lad. Put it down the wing. Run in the box. Like, it's just, yeah. I think Slot will change it soon, though. I do think Slot will change it, because almost the players that we've got now in terms of like Isak, like people go, oh yeah, he's a target man and stuff like that. Isak's lethal off a counter attack. You've seen him on counter attacks. He's lethal.
He's everything. He's everything as a striker. Yes, he's a big target man, but he drives the ball.
He's absolute. If you go and watch,
he runs like Gravenberch going forward, and he brings players across. Yeah, he's got everything.
If you watch like a compilation of Alexander Isak's goals, like the last 2 years, for maybe not so much last year, but the year before. If you watch Isak's goals for Newcastle, most of them are counter-attacks, because that's where Newcastle play. He's lethal. He's absolutely unbelievable. Like, he'll get the ball on the wing and he'll just run at the defender and just bang it in. Or he'll there's a really good one where Newcastle sort of on, like the ball gets like turned over in midfield and then it comes into him and he takes that like dead smooth, like carpeted touch and then he like finishes it and off the post.
And if I see now when Isak comes in, mate, if I see us going backwards after counter-attacks, I'm going to be pissed.
I'll throw up. I'll actually throw up.
We've got a perfect player there. And XTK likes counter-attacks too. He likes space.
Salah is a counter-attack king, isn't he?
And that's why XTK struggled today, because he didn't have that space. He didn't have that. But when we get counter-attacks, we need to take advantage of them. Yeah. We've got the players. We've got the speed there in the XTK. Even if Vert's slow, Versing slow, and he'll have the pass to make in the counter attack.
It's like that Salah as well. Like Salah is like the most counter attacking player I think I've ever seen in my life. And you know what? Like people go, "Oh, he's 33 now. He's still fast. Like
he's still fast, yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He's still rapid." And like there's like times where he gets it, and I'm just like, just play him through. He's gonna absolutely smoke he's gonna smoke the fullback and the centre back because he's even his movement. You know, obviously Salah's movement's elite. Like, and you just think like Salah always used to. You know, Van Dijk very good for doing it, and we scored quite a lot of goals last season from doing that. Actually, in the first game of the season, last season against Ipswich, you know, Salah does that, drops in, goes like that, runs over, and then Gravenberch plays the ball over the top, and he's just in. He's just in.
Yeah.
It's not. I know that's not such as a counter attack, but it's just like how do you defend? I mean, I play wing. I know how hard it is to defend. Like, you know, I do it all the time. Do that ball straight in, and when we get it on the wing and pass it back, like you are right, it's the most frustrating thing in the. Like I just want to pull my hair out. I'm like, stop it, stop doing that. Just go with the players.
And it's definitely tactics, like I said, because the same players in Salah, the same player in Gakpo, you know, he liked to grab and Birch McAllister. They didn't do this under Klopp.
No.
They would play that pass. That's why Klopp played heavy metal. I know it's not me saying Slot's the wrong manager. It's not.
Oh, no.
But it's just frustrating.
It's
something that Slot needs to change. You need to stop doing this too conservative play. If there's a counter attack on, there's a pass there. Fucking make that pass. We need to take more risks.
Yeah, I wouldn't say stop doing it. I would just say do it less. Pick the moments when to do it. You know,
also don't try a pass every time. Sometimes a pass isn't on.
Yeah,
but there's times where it's absolutely on, and we choose not to do it at all.
Like if you've got the fullback backpedaling, trying to get back, and then like there's the CDM's out of position, and you know you're 4-on-4 or whatever. If you're passing back there, there's something that is just not what I want to see. I want to see is get the ball 1-2. Like these players we've got are elite, like some of the best players in the world. Like, please, yes, do a counter attack. Yeah, it's just I think we'll stop doing it, you know, because last season was very good for like a mixed bag of us doing like Slot's and Klopp's tactics, and I think as good as Slot's tactics are, I think they're great. We don't need to do this. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to do this all the time. Like I think because we've still got quite a lot of players from the Klopp era, you know, use them in the way that we've already had them. Like the Klopp formula is already winning. You know, all Slot needs to do is just have his little stamp on it and then just continue the process. Like I know he's brought these players in now. I know obviously we've got a new, apart from Salah, we've got an entire new forward line. But you know, like most of the other players are from Klopp, McAllister, Gravenberch, Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Bradley. Like, you know, obviously apart from the new signings we've got this year, like most of them players are still the same players. They've been set up to play in that way. And obviously players can adapt to anything, but why don't need to fix something that doesn't not work? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say with that? Like,
just add your little bits to it.
Yeah, just add to you know, Slot is a very, you know, he's total football, which he's Dutch. He's a Dutch man. You know, that's what he likes, and
is one of the best tacticians in world football.
Oh, he is
one of the best managers in world football. But the thing is, it's just it needs to not overplay football, not overthink tactically wise. That's what ruins Pep Guardiola sometimes.
It really, really does. Like, you know, we've seen Pep Guardiola last season has been massively found out, which is like, you know, people be like, no, Pep's the best manager. I don't think he is, by the way, but Pep's the best manager ever and stuff like that. But he refuses to change the way he plays in terms of he will play boring football. It works, by the way. It did work for a long time. You know, keep the ball. And, you know, now people found him out a bit because, like, if you put the pressure on City, you know, if you go at them and, like, just press them and get the ball off them really quickly and counter attack them, you'll score. Like, so many teams now. And I feel like that's what I don't want us to go like, because if we go like that, it'd be very, very, very frustrating because
And there were all players back as well, like Verts.
Yeah.
I think he's held back a little bit at the moment, Verts, because he's not getting that freedom he needs a little bit. And like I said, he's in too much of the game. And the thing is, I'm going to go over Gravenberch quickly because Gravenberch, again, sensational. What a player. And we saw the Gravenberch that I want to see, the driving forward Gravenberch. That's the Gravenberch that needs to. And this is why I've been banging on about getting a defensive minded midfielder next to him. Get a defensive minded midfielder next to him. Watch Gravenberch get into that box. Watch him do the runs that he did today. He could do it today as a DM because it's Burnley.
Yeah.
The counter-attacking, like I said, when they had the counter-attacks, they didn't know what to do with the ball. So he can take those chances. But now as a DM, he's held back a little bit. He's held back a little bit. Most of the games, he can't do that. He can't do those driving runs that he did today. But like I said, we're not playing Burnley every week. So it'd be nice to get a DM next to him. I think he'd be fantastic, even better. So we'll go over this. Bourbon Cup, he said, the tackle on McAllister, would you deem that as a reckless tackle, or do you think it's a yellow? That was a correct decision. So I said something in the chat about this. I said, in a game of football that I play, that is not a foul.
It's a foul.
It might have been a foul. It's a soft foul. It might have been a foul. Yellow card at tops.
I think it's a foul, and I think it's a yellow card. I don't think it's anything more than that.
But people saying it's a red card that I've seen online, I've never kicked a football in their life. I'm absolutely certain that is the truth. There's never played a football match in their life because it's a contact sport. At the end of the day, the follow through is the follow through. It wasn't high. I think it was just more of a follow through because that's the way his foot was. Sometimes when they do a follow through, they actually put a bit more force into the follow through, don't they?
Yeah.
Or they lift the leg to put the follow through and get them high. That's intention. I don't think it was intention by, I don't know who even did it.
I can't say his name now.
But yeah, I don't think it was intended at all. I couldn't understand why it's given a foul. It's a soft foul for me, but it's a foul, yellow card, move on. It's not a red card. And it's more of a not a foul than a red card, put it that way.
Yeah.
I think it's a contact sport. It was a good tackle. It just unlucky with the follow through. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, like, you know, we see a lot of like bad challenges and stuff like that. By the way, he did get sent off in the end, which he actually did deserve to get sent off in the end.
Oh, yeah. The second foul was a clear foul.
Yeah, like it was like
nothing of the ball.
You know, I think I'm quite. Do you know what the refereeing decisions today? I mean, I'm going to say this. It's going to sound really hypocritical, this, but like, I thought they were okay. I don't think it was every 2 minutes. You know, that could have been happening a lot today.
Yeah, I thought Ref did all right. Ref did all right. Got the main decision right as well at the end.
Yeah, and I think he did really well, to be honest, in terms of, you know, like just the little things, like he let things go, and you know, like there was a few times where, like, you know, like Gakpo got legged or something, but he still had possession rather than just blowing up. It was like, yeah, you can play on, sort of thing. I thought the flow of the game was pretty decent, but yeah, I mean, it's not a red.
It's the still images, mate. It's when people put still images on Twitter and say, "Oh, look at that. That's clearly a red card." But the still images don't tell you everything. The still image would say Curtis Jones should have been a red card 2 years ago.
Yeah, but
watch it in fast motion. It's not a foul. It just rolled over the ball. But look at the still image.
Yeah,
man, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh,
this is what I'm saying about. This is what I'm saying about the Liverpool fans. The football fans in general, they're so biased and tribal to their own team. They can't admit when it's different. Like everyone's the Curtis Jones incident. Like it was like 3 years ago, wasn't it, when he rolled over the ball and he got sent off for it? And everyone's like, "Well, the still image doesn't tell you the whole story." But when it's Liverpool, the still image is the story. It makes no sense. You got to keep the same energy. The still image makes it look a lot worse than what it is.
You know what's a really funny one, actually, from like, I remember them banging on about it like for ages, like on, like not Liverpool fans, like just like on the TV and stuff in general, because obviously it was Prince Harry Kane that did it. If you remember when Robertson,
that was disgusting. That one,
like that the still and the actual slide as well.
The actual, yeah,
right. And that same game, Liverpool got a red card.
That was intention. That was intention. That Harry Kane one.
Yeah, and like that, Robertson got sent off that game, and
yeah.
Harry Kane didn't. Now, when it's actually clear and like you got to go off there, like, you know, that's bad. You know, do you not remember, actually? I actually hate playing Spurs because always something bad goes against us. But you remember when we played the game of when Diaz scored it?
Diaz, yeah.
Sorry, Liverpool, we got it wrong 16 times in that game. Do you not remember when, like there's still from that game from Curtis Jones, which anyone who, like you say, plays football, that's not a red card. The foot's rolled over the ball. That's just unfortunate. His foot's literally on the ball.
Yeah, and if Curtis Jones' foot kicks him in the end, and the still image looks really bad, it's going to look bad. You could get about 15 still images a game that look really bad.
Yeah, you could.
You could go up to like an header and accidentally knock someone with your hand, and if it's still image is looking like this.
Yeah.
It's not a still image. Oh, it's a red card. He's punched him. No, it's just a still image because they're contacted together. Yeah, it's just a still image.
Football is a contact. It's got contact in it. It's that type of game. I always remember that game. Curtis Jones gets head off, and then they were like, was it over aggressive something? They said over aggressive intent to go to the ball.
That was just simple science. His ball literally rolled over a sphere,
and then they said it was off the same game for doing nothing. Jota was just,
yeah.
And they said,
but whoever cop out says it's when it's knee height or above, it's deemed more. That's reckless. There's no reason to put your foot up that high. But this is just on his ankle.
If you're middle of the shin, that's reckless. Like for me, because that's high.
Yeah.
If it's over the ball, then yeah. And if you're 2-footed, that's a red. If it's 2-footed, it's a straight red.
He just went through the ball a little bit. That's all. He got the ball and he went through it, and actually kept his leg down. It just caught him on the ankle.
Do you know what's the best one that every single fan base puts round? Van Dijk should have got sent off against Napoli about 5 years ago. Have you seen it? Where he slides.
It always comes up. It always comes up that way when something happens.
When you watch that in real life, it's a brilliant tackle. Just threw Mertens, that's it. And everyone's like, that he could have killed him there. He could have killed him. No, it's just a good tackle. It's clearly not.
Still image again, probably still image. Still images are slowing it down. If you're basing your opinion on a still image or slowing it down, you've never played the game of football in your life.
It's so funny.
Never.
It's so funny.
In fact, I invite anyone to play a game of Sunday League if you think that's a red card today. Come down and play a game because there's at least 10 tackles worse that don't even get a foul.
Yeah. There is.
It's just a 50-50 and McAllister lost it. And if it's a foul because of the fall through, fair enough, it's foul, yellow card tops, but it's a red card. Not in a million years. No. But yeah, let's go through. Pickford against Van Dijk was awful. He just literally fucking booted him.
Oh, that's a straight red.
That was assault, that one.
Yeah, but by the way, can't do that because Van Dijk was offside, so it doesn't count.
Maybe you can go around punching people when everyone's offside. As long as you're offside, you can punch someone.
Yeah, sound.
It's all good. But yeah, let's go through play ratings then. Let's go through play ratings, manager rating, and then we'll see how we go on with this. So Alisson Becker didn't have much to do. All he can do is really give him a 6.
He read the echo back to front 3 times.
He had not to. So 6 average. When he was called upon, he was there, but
he didn't have to. He literally did not have to do it.
Do notes.
6 is fair.
Not even maybe 5. Just I don't know with him. I couldn't even tell you that. Szoboszlai, I think he did a right back, but I thought he was better in midfield, which should have been in the first place for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give us
7.
7.
Yeah.
I think it's 7 because of his performance in midfield.
Yeah.
Improved massively. Konate, I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was brilliant. I think Van Dijk was just slightly better than Konate, so I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah.
If you want to agree on that. Van Dijk's, when he went 1-to-1 with players, they didn't know how to get past him.
It's the same. He just jogs, doesn't he? He's just like...
I mean, that on the first half, I don't know who it was on the wing.
It was Foster.
Was it Foster on the wing? He thought, I'm going to get around him. I've got pacey. And they just like, just eased him out. Just eased him out. They're pointless. Kirkes 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
Probably a kind 2.
Yeah, I mean 2. Definitely, yeah, 2.
Probably a kind 2. Midfield, McAllister.
4. I think McAllister.
Yeah.
I think and this is not me saying McAllister's bad or anything. I just think he's miles off it, and I think a 4's.
And we said this all week. This is what I'm saying about Slot. Why is he playing him when you got Bradley back? You got Frimpong back. Bradley should have started. He's played 2 games for Northern Ireland. He's fit enough to start. Szoboszlai should have been midfield.
He's just simply not fit enough. So yeah, a 4. I'd give him a 4. He's not fit enough. Like that's just it.
Oh, he got a 10 for the dive, mate. It was a good dive. So Gravenberch 8.
Yeah, I'd say 8.
Gravenberch 8. I think him and Van Dijk were best players on pitch, but I'll give him just slightly man match.
Yeah, Gravenberch 8 with the man of the match. I agree with that. Yeah.
I won't say it was a 9 out of 10. I don't think he needed a 9 out of 10.
No. Listen, if he just scored or got an assist, I'd give him a 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think if he had to do something more, he'd probably got a 9 out of 10, but he didn't have to do anything much more than what he did. So 8 for that. Salah, I'm going to give him a 4. I think and that's probably the goal, putting him back up there. It's a brilliant finish, by the way, top corner. It's still you should get, but 4.
I'd say 5 just for the goal. It was a good pen. It was a very good pen. You know what? Like, it's funny, isn't it? Like, we sat here for like a million hours going, oh yeah, he didn't play, and then he's like, yeah, but
that reminds me. When you play Football Manager, you got to play on like fucking 4.2 and they scored. They go like 9.6.
Yeah, literally.
Just have one goal. It's like I don't work like that. I'm not working like Football Manager. I'd pace it on your performance. Your goal might knock you up a little bit, but that's it.
I'd say, yeah, 4 or 5 is fair. I think that's fair. That's probably the lowest rating I've ever given Salah that, because I don't think I've given him any worse. And I hope to not do that again, and I think probably won't be. But
Flying Verts, I'd say a 6 for Flying Verts. I think he got better in the second half. First half, he was poor. Second half got better. I'd say maybe 6.5 tops.
Put it this way: if he just stayed that we did in the first half, I'd probably give him like a 3.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm going 6. I think he improved massively in the second half.
5 or 6. I'd say Salah and Verts very similar in terms of like, I think Salah's obviously pen goal, like, was obviously a good goal, takes it into like sort of that category where you go, oh yeah, it was a good finish. And then, you know, Verts' performance in second half takes him up a little bit. I'd probably say they're very similar in terms of the way that they was in that game.
Gakpo, I'd have to give him a 6.
5.5.
Yeah, maybe 5.5. I was thinking that. I can't. I don't think he's been. I think he was quite similar to Verts, but it was the best of the front three. But that's not saying much on that. The front three were poor.
Ekitike?
4. Didn't really get into the game.
Yeah.
He did all right at times. There was a couple of moments, but that's it. That's about it. But I think he did more than Salah. That's about it. But that again,
to be honest, I can't really, like, with Ekitike, I don't think it was his fault that he didn't get in the game.
No, because he didn't really get any service.
Yeah. But yeah, 4 or 5. 4 or 5. I think all the attackers are about a 4 or 5. Like, to be honest, like all of them.
Substitutions, Conor Bradley.
I give Bradley about a 6.5.
All right. Yeah, I think he's all right.
He got yellow card. He shouldn't have got yellow card. He played really good actually when he came on, Bradley. I was very impressed with him. I give him
quite good. Yeah, I'd say 6.5. I agree with that. Robertson? 7.
I give 7.5 Robertson. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I thought he was one of the better. I think Van Dijk, Canate, Robertson and Gravenberch and Szoboszlai were the best players by a good distance as well.
Yeah. Chiesa, on long, but it's just about average 5. Didn't do much.
He could have scored like his first.
Yeah.
I'd probably say out of 5.
As he just said there. Engamo, I'm going to give Engamo a 6.5 or 6 because he really, really ran at Kyle Walker, and also he nearly got a game-winning pass. That pass to Frimpong.
6.5 for me for that as well. You could probably argue maybe a 7 of that. That pass for Frimpong. Do you know what? Frimpong were really annoying me with that, and you'll agree with me on this. Why didn't he get that first time?
I don't know. I think some players just don't like losing the weak foot. He had it on his left foot first time.
Yeah, out of it.
Salah, I think he might have had a chance.
What was that?
To the corner, yeah. Frimpong then for that. I think he caused problems, but he wasn't amazing. But he caused problems. So I'm going to give him a 6, maybe 5.5.
6 for Frimpong. Yeah, I actually thought Frimpong and Ngamoa looked like
they were
really promising when they come on.
Dangerous. Yeah.
Soon enough, like if they'd have come on. Yeah. I said this to my mate on Saturday. I said if Ngamoa and Frimpong came on at like the 82nd minute or 81st minute, Liverpool had won that game. Liverpool had won that game in in full time.
Before. Yeah.
I just think because they were just so much. They like. It's almost like when they come on, like Burnley was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like they were just like, I know obviously we scored a pen, but they just sort of was like, shit, like we've got to look. He's absolutely rapid. He's rapid.
They're both direct, and that was what Burnley didn't like. Yeah, they're both direct,
and he didn't like it. It's easy to defend. It's easy to defend when you know what someone's going to do every time, and Engamoa is. He did about 50 step overs, then he just went.
I think there was a couple of times he could have shot, where he could have cut inside and shot. Yeah, but I think you just again, I didn't think he'd dare sometimes. In case you shoot and it's like a wasted thing. What Gakpo were doing,
and this is what I mean.
He needs to trust himself a little bit more.
Well, not even that though, but this is what I mean. If he'd come on in the 80th minute, he shoots.
Yeah, because it's so late in the game. It's like we're not going to get many chances here. If I waste this chance.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
I honestly think if Engamoa came on at 80th minute, he scores. I just think he would have done because of just the way.
I think it'd been like that shot he did in pre-season.
Yeah, when he goes
cut inside here. A couple of times he had a chance to do that, but he decided to pass it or decided to do something different.
Yeah.
Arne Slot.
I'll give him a 5 because he won.
That's no, I can't have 5 for Slot. Yeah.
I'd say Arne Slot today got the subs the wrong time.
He got the 2 subs right in the end with the Frimpong and Engamoa. He got really the subs right. It's just the wrong timing.
Yeah, like the timing of the subs. The subs were all right when they come on, just the wrong time. Like not Bradley. Who was the first sub to come on?
It was Robertson for Kirkers.
It was in the second half.
It was Bradley, wasn't it? Because Szoboszlai went to midfield. And Bradley for McAllister, I'm sure it was.
That was at half time, wasn't it? Chiesa should have come on 10 minutes earlier, or 5 minutes earlier, and then
Engamoa and Frimpong should have been on 10 minutes earlier.
Was it 86th minute or 80? No, was it the 86th? It was 88th minute they come on, or 87th?
Yeah, really late.
If they'd have come on like literally 10 minutes before, I think we would have won that game in full time because it's just the last 10 minutes of a game. You up against a 17-year-old kid, and both of them are just so, like you say, so direct.
Direct, yep. And it's something different. Burnley there were no one running at Burnley really. Gakpo run at them, but then he cuts inside it all the time. It's all the time cutting inside. But Engamoa were doing something different. Frimpong were direct. They were going down the bar line. They didn't know where Frimpong was half the time.
Yeah, right.
So Slot for me, I think gets a 3, and that's a kind 3. That's only because we won in the end.
Yeah.
If we don't win, that's a 2 and a 1. So I'm being serious. Just in everything, the tactics were poor. The conservativeness was poor. Not taking Isak was a big thing for me. I said it before the game. It was a big mistake not taking Isak, and I think he just absolutely got away with it today.
Well, do you know what? I'd say we shouldn't be really needing like Isak to win that game.
We shouldn't do. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't do.
It's also, look back at last season. Like if Nunez was playing bad or Jota was playing bad, one of them come off for the other.
Yeah.
One of them scored like.
What did I say before the game? Though? What did I say before the game? I said we're not telling you not. I don't want Isak to go there to guarantee to play. If he doesn't come on, that's fine. If we don't need him to come on, that's absolutely fine. But it's last resort. If we need that 5-10 minutes left and we need a goal, Isak is the perfect player to bring on. I think he can do 5-10 minutes. And it was a big mistake not taking him. And I said, look, we've relied on every game this season to get late winners.
Me and you could do 5 or 10 minutes in the last that game. There was no running.
I actually could have cut that box. I could have cut that box.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
There was no running. It was just everything was just in their box.
Yeah, so, we got Isak, probably the most complete striker in world football. Why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly.
It makes no sense to me. That it didn't take him. So, for me, 3 for Arne Slot, just for simply winning the game. But he needs to do better. Bourbon Cop, I said there, after today's game, do you expect a few changes? Absolutely. I think Kirkers can't play. I think he needs to kick up the backside, if I'm honest. And a drop in is that. He can't think he can keep playing when he's playing shit like that. He can't. Because if he plays again on Wednesday, playing like that again, then he thinks he can get away with it every week.
And he's not going to. He's not going to. I think Slot does trust Robertson though, like because he obviously trusted him all last season. I think almost like not with like, oh, it's my shiny new toy thing with Kirkers. I just think that like you've got to play. It's almost crazy, isn't it? Right? We were sat here talking a couple of weeks ago, and we was like, before the season started, and we had no worries about Kirkes because he's Premier League proven, slotting into that team, and he just hasn't. He just hasn't, and that's just the bottom line. I'm not worried about him. He's 21. He'll be fine. We've got Robertson to learn off. This is the pure reason why we wanted Robertson still there, because arrested Robertson is still one of the best left backs in the league.
He's better than Simicast,
yeah. And like I think Robertson will play against Atletico. I really do, and I think Robertson could play against Everton as well. I really do.
I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. I won't say no to it at all. At the end of the day, he's got to learn. He's got to do better. Simple as that. He's got to do better. And if he doesn't do better, then he can only blame himself, really.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Thank you everyone for watching today, guys. We are happy. No, we are criticism, but we won't ever hide things on this channel. We won't just say we're going to be positively toxically positive all the time and say everything's flowers. When things aren't flowers, things aren't smelling of roses, we'll tell you the smell of shit. It's as simple as that. And when things need telling, we'll absolutely say it on this channel. So make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. On the road to 1.5k. And we'll be back tomorrow for the latest news, back at normal time at 7 o'clock for the latest news. And don't forget, we will be on watch longs. I apologize, no watch long this weekend. Unfortunately, something changed this weekend where I couldn't do the watch long, but I'll be back on watch longs next week. Absolutely certain about that.
Bet you're glad you didn't do it.
You'd have seen it all the time. You'd have seen it all the time if you didn't do it. I'd have been fucking pissed off throughout the entire thing. But we will be doing a preview for the Atletico Madrid game. Hopefully it's Wednesday we play Atletico Madrid, isn't it? So it'll be Tuesday night be preview. Tomorrow will be standard news stream. Obviously Friday night will be with myself at Ends, and also for the watch long next week for the Merseyside derby. So make sure you do tune into that as well. Have a great day, guys. Have a great night. Top of the league, 12 points from 12.
12 points.
Thank you for watching. Speak to you all tomorrow.